Life doesn't always go the way we plan. A missed opportunity, a betrayal, an unexpected tragedy. We resist, we fight, we ask, why me? But what if, instead of resisting, we embraced it? What if, instead of seeing obstacles as unfair, we saw them as part of something greater? What if, instead of rejecting our fate, we loved it? This is Amor Fati, a phrase that means love of fate. It is not just accepting what happens, but embracing it wholeheartedly. It is the idea that everything, good or bad, is necessary for your journey. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, wrote, "A blazing fire makes flame and brightness out of everything that is thrown into it." That is Amor Fati, not just surviving what happens, but transforming it into fuel for something greater. Think back to a time when life threw something unexpected at you, a job loss, a broken relationship, a painful failure. Most of us resist. We ask, why did this happen to me? We replay moments over and over, wishing they had turned out differently. But what does resistance do? It only deepens the wound. The past cannot be undone. The only thing we control is how we respond. Imagine standing in the middle of a storm, yelling at the sky to stop raining. You can scream all you want, but the rain will fall just the same. You can stand there, soaked and miserable, or you can accept the storm, find shelter, and use the moment for something else, perhaps to reflect, to rest, to prepare for what comes next. Friedrich Nietzsche, the philosopher who popularized Amor Fati, posed a question. What if a demon came to you and said that you must live this exact life, every heartbreak, every triumph, every moment, over and over for eternity? Would you curse your existence, or would you embrace it so fully that you would say, yes, let it be so? To love your fate is to say yes to life, no matter what it brings. Because what's the alternative? To resent the past, to carry regret like a heavy chain, to live in a state of frustration over things you cannot change. No, Amor Fati is freedom. It is saying, this is my path, and I will walk it with my head high. Some of history's greatest minds have embodied this principle. Thomas Edison, the inventor, once watched as his entire laboratory burned down. Decades of work, gone in flames. Instead of falling into despair, he said, "Thank goodness all our mistakes were burned up. Now we can start fresh." He embraced his fate. And because of that mindset, he rebuilt, innovated, and changed the world. Similarly, Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor, faced unimaginable suffering. He lost his family, endured starvation, and lived in conditions that broke most men. But in his book, Man's Search for Meaning, he wrote, "When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves." This is Amor Fati, to look at suffering and say, even this has purpose. Imagine your worst day, a day where everything goes wrong. Now imagine looking at that day and thinking, good. This is fuel. This is shaping me into something stronger. It's not easy, but it is powerful. Jocko Willink, a former Navy SEAL, has a famous mindset. When things go wrong, he simply says, good. Missed an opportunity. Good. More time to prepare. Lost a job. Good. A chance to start something new. Betrayed by someone. Good. Now I see the truth. This is Amor Fati in action. Most people go through life as victims of circumstance. They see problems as unfair burdens. But those who embrace Amor Fati shift their mindset. They don't ask, why me? They ask, what can I do with this? They take control, not of what happens, but of what it means. The Stoics remind us, we do not control the world, but we control our minds. And the moment we take full ownership of our story, every setback, every failure, every heartbreak, we become unstoppable. So how do we make this a daily practice? Instead of seeing difficulties as punishments, see them as lessons. What is this moment teaching you? Instead of resisting reality, embrace it. If something is out of your control, Don't waste energy on it. Adapt and move forward. Even pain, even loss. Ask, how can this make me wiser, stronger, better? Train your mind daily. Read Stoic philosophy, practice journaling, and remind yourself every morning, I will love whatever today brings. There is a strange beauty in surrender, not giving up, but letting go of the illusion that life must go a certain way. When you embrace Amor Fati, you stop fearing change. You stop resisting hardship. You stop clinging to things that no longer serve you. And in that space, you find peace. Life will not always be easy. There will be storms. There will be losses. There will be pain. But if you choose to love your fate, not just accept it, but love it, then no matter what happens, you are free. Because you are not a victim. You are not powerless. You are the fire that turns obstacles into fuel. So the next time life tests you, take a deep breath and say, Amor Fati.